Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Art and welcome to another video. First thing I want to say is Happy Easter. So, if you celebrate Easter, this day is for you. If you don't, to me it's just another day. So, what is this about? I'm just going to show you some stuff I picked up. Very cool. And if you're into this, if not, no problem. See you in the next one. Okay. First thing is, I picked up a new comic book box. Spectacular Spider-Man. Haven't read the book, haven't read the issue yet. About, was it Monday or Tuesday, I put out a short saying about I had 60 comics to read. I challenged myself to read, see how many comics I could read from Monday night, which was 60, or 59 or 60, until today, which is Saturday. I only read 20. I read 20. So, oh well. Yeah, it takes some time. And of course, I bought some new stuff. Of course, every week I'm buying up to 10, between 5 and 10 new comics a week. Plus whatever hauls I get or whatever. You know, it happens. Still have yet to read this. But I'm still working on that. But anyway, how you guys been? Hopefully you guys been doing pretty well. Hope you had a really good week. My week was pretty interesting. Monday, I got in a little incident at work. Basically what happened was, long story short, woman comes in, needs some information for her kids, needs some paperwork for her kids. Now what happens is, I said, well, this is, I was on reception duty, and I said, you know what, okay, what I need, I said, how old are the kids? How many kids? She says 5. Now I'm like, okay, cool. What's the ages? She said from 12 to 5. Cool. I said, for the kids that's in school, show me your school transcripts and we can give you that information. For the kids that's not in school, something from the doctor or something from their doctor. Okay. And she goes, I can do that. I got it on my phone. This is an iPod, but I got it on my phone. I said, I'm sorry, we can't use. I said, sorry, we can't use that. We have to actually paperwork, but it's on my phone. We need to see the actual paperwork. You mean to tell me I have to go home, download this off my phone, print it out, and just so you can see it? Yes. And what you gonna do with it? After I look at it and investigate it, I'll give it right back to you. That's a waste of time. And I'm like, but that's our rules. Show me the rules. So I say, okay. So I give her the application for her to get her information. You know what? She reads it. See, it's that picture. I said, it says we don't accept photocopies. And she goes, let me speak to your manager. Let me speak to your boss. I'm like, no. You're not gonna let me speak to your boss? I said, why? They're gonna come up here and tell you the exact same thing I did. And if they do that, I'm gonna say, see, what I tell you. You don't want to listen to me. My boss tell you the exact same thing. And then she started getting a little bit more ignorant. And I just didn't want to take it anymore, so I told her out. I said, out. She goes, what'd you say? I said, out. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not no dog. You can't talk to me like I'm some dog. I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, you're kind of thinking like a dog right now. What's that word we call it? But anyway, I'm trying to keep my cool, and I'm starting to get angry. And what happens, I fed into the bullshit. And I told her to get the F out of my house. I said, get the F out of my office. She said, right? And what happened? The security officer, hey, listen. She goes, oh, you two together? I'm like, you go like, yeah, I work here. You don't work here. They just employ you. You don't really work here. I said, get the hell out of my office. That's the clean version. And she goes, oh, really? Huh. So then I turn around. My boss is there. She goes, what's going on? And she goes, you got to leave. Oh, no. I said, and she goes, huh, no, I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to leave. I was like, do I have to? And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Remember that show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? You remember how Uncle Phil treated, Jazzy Jeff? That's what I was about to do. I was gonna grab her, throw her ass out. Now, mind you, she's a lot bigger woman. Nothing against big women, but for me to try to attempt that would have been kind of hilarious. And my boss looks up and she goes, one of my bosses looks up, she goes, no, stay here. Because she knew I was about to go do something. She knew it. She goes, stay here. And then so what happened is she was leaving. She goes, I'm going to bring my husband. I said, yeah, go ahead, bring your husband. I want to see that. And she goes, you're not always going to be here. I'll catch you outside. I'm like, tell me when and where. Bring your husband too. And I'm just escalating it. She was escalating, I was escalating it, and we got her out of the office. And I felt like smashing something. I felt like that Hulk smash going on. And the funny thing about it is I realized I lost it. I lost my edge, lost my cool. And the funny thing is that in these situations, of course I got talked to by both managers. Then I got talked to the next day. Then, my union had to talk to me about it to see if I had some kind of reprimand. I said, no. What happens is I get a verbal reprimand, but anyway, then one of my bosses the next day, he's like, you gotta be kind of careful because someone could have filmed you and put it online. And I thought about it. Imagine seeing me telling this woman to get the F out of my office online, and that will blow up. That will be a viral moment. And the thing is, based upon my job, see how this person treats these people, and the funny thing is, people jump to conclusions without seeing they see the actions, but no one knows about the context, and no one really cares about the context. The problem is that I flipped out on this woman, and I could technically flush a 20 plus year career gone just on that one moment. Now imagine that. Imagine one wrong person, one wrong event, and you could lose almost everything. That's how life is. And it's very sobering because of the fact that no one cares about if that happened. I'm pretty sure some of you would have seen that and be like, oh my God, Art, what's going on? You okay? What the hell happened? You guys will probably want to know what happened. You guys will probably care about the truth, but other people won't. And the hilarious part, and that's the one thing I always got to look at when I see, because I watch YouTube a lot, and of course we all watch those reaction videos, and we laugh at it because I'm looking at it. This person's flipping off at this person. Everybody's like, oh my God, this. And the problem is that, guess what? What's the context? What is the context of all this? We see the action, but what's the context? And the funny thing is that we as people, we understand we jump to conclusions, but we always have to look at the context of the situation. Even though what I did was wrong, trust me, I know it's wrong. But the thing is, no one gives a damn about the context. No one cared that she didn't want to listen to me. No one cares that she didn't want to accept what I had to say. No one cares about that. They only cared about whether or not I cussed this person out. Luckily, no one filmed it. Luckily, this person never came back. I haven't heard from it. And if something does happen, it probably won't be for months from now. Who knows? But anyway. But that's what happened to me this week. And believe me, I had talks every freaking day over this. I don't let people like that bother me anymore. But see, here's the problem. Most people don't have that kind of, I wouldn't say emotional background. When I was younger, I was kind of a hothead. Easy fuse. Sometimes the fuse is very long. Sometimes the fuse is very short. And sometimes I'll just react what I was worried about. But the thing is, that was me in my 20s and 30s. I'm in my 50s. I can't be like that. And you guys shouldn't be either. But anyway, that's a quick story. Let's get back onto what we're really here for. I picked up Salmon Twitch. And back in the day when Spawn first started coming out and it started becoming really popular, he started branching off. And then it became too much and he, but Salmon Twitch is back. Backstory. This is the first time I got this one in a long time. Radiant Black. Debating whether I should keep this or not, but this is the first time I had this in my pool box. Now, I went to 3 stores today. My main comic book store, they don't carry DC. So, and the only DC I read is Nightwing. Or something offbeat or something like that. My main store, not in the main store, sorry. They sell in Marvel again, but the thing is that they don't have your pull box for Marvel. So if you see Marvel, so if it's a Marvel comic, hey, you got to pull it off the shelf. They don't pull it in your pull box anymore. So I'm like, okay. And plus, they bag and board it up. One reason I love them, they bag and board it and put the sticker on it. That way, it saves me on back and boards and bags. Considering the fact that they're $15 a piece for 100, hey. Got this one, Local Man Bad Girls. Interesting. King Spawn 31. A new ruler, a new world, and a new direction. I just finally read Spawn 350. Man, that was... And supposedly this is the beginning of the new arc. King Spawn 32. Scorch 27. And plus, since basically in my store, my pull box is usually Image anyway. So anything of Image that goes on my pull box, I'll go there once a month instead of going there every week and picking up one book. Spawn 351. And this time, Brett Booth is now from Gunslinger Spawn to the main book. I'm not sure how I feel about that because, in my opinion, Gunslinger Spawn, which is number 20, is the best Spawn book out, in my opinion, today. But, it is what it is, right? Okay. This video's running longer than I expected. Got X-Men 97 number 1. I just finally saw the 3rd episode of X-Men 97. Classic. Now, what happened was when they announced they was going to do this, X-Men 97, I was like, I'm excited because I remember waking up Saturday mornings during college, sometimes hungover, sometimes not, watching X-Men 97. X-Men. Then when I finally had enough to get a video cassette player or VCR, I was able to record it with no problem and sleep throughout the day until I had time for me to get up to work. X-Men 97 is a good series right now, even with all the supposed controversy of Morph being, got Newborn 15 and 16. The Bloody Dozen number 4. Wolverine 46. Got Amazing Spider-Man 46. Huh, that's interesting. Amazing Spider-Man number 46. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 18, or the actual issue 300 Legacy. Current rant. Ongoing rant. Marvel, stop relaunching your books. Could you imagine that this could have been Miles Morales Spider-Man issue 300? It would have been a big deal if you wouldn't have kept relaunching the dang book. But no, as you see, it's number 18. And, Legacy 300 is not a true 300 book. Stop doing that. Man, could you imagine a big celebration? And it's cheapened because you keep relaunching the books. Marvel, stop relaunching books. Okay, we got Street Fighter Masters number 1. Rant over. And we got Duke number 4. Now, mind you, as I was saying, I had like about close to 60 comic books to read, and I read about 20, so I had about 40 books to read. G.I. Joe, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Duke, Cobra Commander, they're at the bottom. They're at the bottom of that list, so I gotta catch up. Also, finally picked up my Street Fighter Ken figure. I've been for the last month and a half or 2 months, I've been searching every Target I can find for this. And it was at my comic book store. It was at my comic book store. He had like 4 of them. I was like, whoa. Then I went to my toy store, one of my toy stores, called Nerd Out, and I picked up X-Men 97 Magneto. This is now what happens. A couple of days ago on Facebook, since I follow him on Facebook, and Sergeant Red's was another toy store, but that Sergeant Red's kind of far. Nerd Out's kind of like around the corner from my house, so to speak. They said we got the new we got more Cyclops in. We got Jean Grey, we got Nightcrawler. I said, because last time I did pick up Cyclops. I said, I could pick up Jean Grey and Nightcrawler. Those are the 2 ones I wanted. Get there, no Jean Grey. They had about 5 or 6 of them. So I'm like, no Jean Grey and no Nightcrawler. So that means as soon as I saw it that day, I should have ran to that store right after work. Yeah. Okay. All right. But that was cool. Now, got something in the mail. What is it? What is it? Are you kidding me? Uh-oh. Oh, this is interesting. This is a book I had back in the day. And it should be in my basement right now. It should be in my basement because I remember seeing it. Or it could be in my garage, one of those two. Wolverine 66. But what's so special about it? It's signed by Larry Hama and Mark Silvestri, because he was the artist of this. And I was looking for a Mark Silvestri signature. Now, how do I know about this? Certificate of authenticity. So they verified that this was signed by them. So that's kind of neat. And this is when I first saw this for a really good price. Less than $30. It was less than $30. I was like, I always wanted a Larry Hama signature. I always did. But I wanted him on a G.I. Joe comic. But Wolverine's close enough, right? And right then and there, we're all done for the week. So, Hope you have a great Easter. I had something to say. I was going to say something witty. I was going to say something witty, but you know what? I decided not to say it because I don't remember what I was going to say. It happens that way. So right now I'm rewatching Obi-Wan Kenobi because I think it's time, since it's been a lot of time elapsed, so that way I can watch it again with fresh new eyes again, even though I know what's going on. And hey, enjoy the rest of the day because tomorrow is Easter. What am I doing? Nothing. Chilling. But anyway, thanks very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.